Hi darlings and crocodiles. You can call me Flam and welcome to my channel Me and Places. This is gonna be my first video not about any place in the world but about solo traveling. This is not gonna be the most objective video because solo traveling is my favorite thing of all things in the world. Besides hiking and mountains and cakes and books and metal. Okay, solo traveling is one of my most favorite things in the world. Go girl! I'm gonna tell you about 6 pluses and 4 minuses of solo traveling. Why is there more pluses than minuses? Because I love solo traveling and this is my video. If you disagree, make your own or just write in the comments because actually I'm really interested. So let's start with positive. And number 1 is... Oh damn, it's the wrong one. Second try. Ta-da! You're gonna be traveling in your own way, the way you like it and not somebody else. You know, someone like to take their time, they wake up, they wash their hair, pick up a belt which fits their beard or put on makeup for 1 hour, and it might take 2 hours for them to just get out of the place where they are staying, and then they like to stroll the streets, sit for a coffee somewhere with a nice view and just watch people passing by. For someone, this is a way of traveling. Somebody else instead wakes up by alarm at 6 o'clock in the morning, goes out and comes back late in the evening, without sleeping much, without eating much, doing day trips, seeing all the districts you can see. Honestly, this is my way of traveling. I am like cheetah, but slower, running through all the possible places I can see. And these ways leading your trip might change during your life. So when you're traveling with somebody who has opposite style of traveling, it might get you to some difficulties. So traveling your own way in your own style is my first plus traveling solo. By the way, if you don't know your way of traveling, go traveling solo, that's how you're gonna find out. Number 2. Yeah, I know it's the same one, but now I want to speak about more practical side of this. I want to speak about spending your money on the things you want to spend them on. When you're traveling with somebody, you for sure will have to make some compromises. So when you're traveling solo, no compromises. You spend your resources or you don't spend them as you want. Egoistic joy! I love it. The plus number 3 is this. Can you see it? Traveling solo is cheaper, at least especially for me, because I don't care for comfort much. I can stay in the cheapest hostels with 12 more people in the same room. I can find couch surfers, and actually it's much easier when you're traveling alone, especially if you have your own sleeping bag with you. Then you don't even need a couch, you just need a piece on the floor, and most of people have that. I don't care for eating in some restaurants. Usually I just grab something in the market, throw it in my backpack and eat it somewhere on my way on some beautiful nature spot. I mostly save my money on sleeping and eating when I'm traveling alone, and I always spend much more when I'm with somebody. Of course, if you care for comfort and you need your own room, then that room might not work for you. It's actually cheaper to rent a room if there's 2 of you. But in my case, it works. Plus number 4, new people. I always meet more people when I travel alone, because when you are with somebody, you have this kind of comfort zone being with each other and you don't have much reasons to leave that zone. Of course, you can also meet somebody while you're traveling with your friend, but I always meet more people when I'm traveling alone. You're also more open to conversation, to meeting locals, because you are alone for most of the time. It just becomes easier to meet new people. So do not worry not having your friends with you, because you might get new friends. Plus of solo traveling number 5, and my favorite one, and the reason I travel solo, is this. Your experience will be fuller. When I went to mountains first time and I went hiking, I was up the mountain and I just looked around and I remember thinking, Whoa! And when I went hiking with my friends, I remember my friend talking about the boyfriend she left. I remember us joking around. I remember trying to walk as fast as they do, pretending I have a good cardio. But I do not remember that much of wow moments. Because when you are with somebody, you're concentrated on so many things. On things you're chatting about, on your friends, on being social. And when you are alone, you are 100% in that time at this place, and you are more receivable to everything you see around. So the brightest memories I have are truly from those trips that I took solo. And the last plus I came up with in traveling solo is this. Okay, I meant confidence, it just didn't fit here. Traveling alone, you will have many situations where you will need to, well, basically in all situations you will have to figure out things on your own. After getting lost somewhere and finding your way back, after trying to get to some unknown place in the middle of nowhere, finding a place which doesn't have any hostels, and you're still gonna find somebody who will host you, with whom you don't even have a same language, and you still manage to find all that, do all that. After all these experiences, you will find more confidence in yourself. You will trust yourself more. You will know that you can handle many situations. So if you are not traveling because you think you don't have enough confidence, turn it around. Going solo traveling will actually build up your confidence. So go, go, go right now, go! So now let's go to minuses of traveling solo. Yes, the world is not perfect, there are always minuses. Number one is... I'm tired of writing this. I'll just tell you. The first minus that comes to my mind is that not all places are for traveling alone, especially if you are a girl. Yes, I know we do not live in a fair world. Some specific districts of cities or even some countries are very risky to travel alone. That would need more preparations, being more cautious, and better knowing somebody from that place who already lives there and who can show you places and stuff. Minus number two. It is harder to get out of tricky situations. Of course, in any problematic situation, it's better when there is two brains and two wallets. Number three, being lonely. I'm kidding, guys, that doesn't exist. I mean, you can feel lonely in a company and you can be without a company and not feel lonely. This has nothing to do with traveling or not traveling alone. But there is one point which is close to this, which is sharing experience. When I went on my first solo travel, I already had moments when I was like, whoa, and I really miss somebody to share this feeling with. Somebody to, share your excitement with. I must say that by the end of this trip, which took few months and different countries, I was so hooked with traveling alone that soon after I came back, I had urge to go traveling alone. So let not those feelings stop you, and keep in mind that sharing experience doesn't mean you need to have a physical person near you. Today with internet and all that stuff, there is many ways of sharing your experience, or writing it down, memorizing it somehow, keeping a travel journal, making videos. You can come up with so many things. Minus number four. You will miss some things traveling solo because you are concentrated only on the things you like, you want to see, and you usually miss something. Let me explain you what I mean. When I went to Cinque Terre, somebody I traveled with wanted to go to Milano, and I don't care for Milano at all. Like, if not that person, I probably would never see Milano. I was thinking it's just a place full of shops and rich people showing each other how rich they are. But in the end I found so many cool places in Milano I didn't know exist. Like a castle, like a cool cemetery, some very nice nature spots, and I wouldn't see anything of that if I wouldn't make this compromise and go there. Besides seeing less things, you will also have less perspectives on things. If you don't like something but somebody else actually enjoys that, you can start liking it through his or her eyes, and that's a very cool experience. Okay, if I want to go hiking and my travel mate is like, hey, let's go see that shopping street, I will be like, bye! But in many other cases, it can be a really great place that you would never see otherwise. So seeing less things and only from your own perspective, I would call a minus. That was it for now. I will make also a video about things that might help you going on your first solo trip. I hope they will actually help someone. What are things you like or hate about solo traveling? Let me know in the comments. In any case, thank you so much for watching. Bye and stay curious! And minus number 4, and the last one. I did not come up with more minuses because I will Trollo. Okay, there were my cons, and let's go to pros. So let's start with positive, let's start with cons. Wait, pros are like pluses and cons are minuses. Damn it, I messed it up! Emotions you get from traveling alone are more full, and they are like oh my gosh, learn to talk. Such a junky hat. Where did I even find this? Because they need a specific room, a specific bed, a specific mattress, a specific food, specific place to eat it,